Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahaha Kwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity to USA Shalom. This is the brother Amawan Ariel from GMS Charlotte, coming back with another Lord willing, edifying lesson to feed the sheep of the nation of Israel, the elect. And pretty much in this lesson, I wanted to speak on the situation that happened at the BET Awards. I believe this was last night or sometime this week. I'm not really sure, because nobody really watches the BET Awards no more. But I've seen this video has been trending, all right? And when I watched it, a response popped in my head because here it is. You got Jake still trusting in this voting system, man. All right, when time and time again, it has been proven to you that these damn presidential candidates are nothing more than puppets that the elites have set up to continue to fool you Jakes into another, myriad of stupidity, okay? Because you don't realize that the president don't do shit, all right? They're literally a puppet for the elites, man, all right? Now, I want to play the video and then I'm going to read the article. And she's just another tool that the elites use to play on the emotions of you Jakes, man. Okay? Because like I said, the voting system is bullshit. All right? Because we know the president isn't going to change nothing. And ultimately, according to our laws, we shouldn't even be voting in the first place, man. Okay? Because in our law, it tells us how we're supposed to put somebody of our own nation over us, man. All right? It's like it. Let me get this. Bear with me. This is Deuteronomy 17 and I believe 15. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. It says, "Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother." Right. All right. And for layman's terms, get this in the NLT. It says, if this happens, be sure to select a king. It's like it. Be sure to select as king the man the Lord your power chooses. You must appoint a fellow Israelite. He may not be a foreigner. And what you Jakes continually do year in and year out is gather up, the whole so-called black, we're going to really deal with Jake, so-called Negro, because you were the main ones that make a fuss when it comes around voting time, man. All right? But these candidates have the same formula where they'll rustle up these celebrities to endorse their presidents, their presidential candidacy, and you Jakes will bring the whole community together and force, each other to pretty much vote when the scriptures tell you that if they're not an Israelite, you're not even supposed to be putting them over you in the first place. And you Israelites have never had in any of these presidents a fellow Israelite that, had your best interest, at heart. And you'll have some damn, naysayers say that, they gave you Barack Obama, but guess what? Barack Obama was not an Israelite, okay? He's actually a Hamite, okay? Because his line went back to Kenya, all right? His father was a Kenyan, so he wasn't even a Jake, man, okay? But, Jake was so happy when Barack Obama got into office because they saw that black face and automatically assumed that Barack Obama was going to be for you, not even realizing that under Barack Obama's presidency, all right, things were actually the worst that they ever been for Jake, man. Okay, he actually gave you Jake's, no love, no attention. He gave the alphabet people, all right, the most laws that he passed while he was in office, man. And this is why the Lord told us that we shouldn't, even be in that whole voting world, man. All right, because it's all bullshit at the end of the day, man. Okay, because when you go into it, like I said, these damn politicians, they all work for the same people. Okay, this is Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right, and this is dealing here with America, which is, Rome 2.0. And one of the reasons why we know that this is Rome reincarnated, because it's taking on the same political system that ancient Rome did, because they had, the two sides, like how you have today, man. All right, back then they were known as the publicans and the patricians, or it's like the plebeians and the patricians. And now in today's age, you have the Republicans and the Democrats. Okay, and so that's the two horns. All right, and they have a saying. All right, these two political parties are two wings of the same bird. All right, that bird being the eagle. All right, that is known as America the Great, Babylon the Great, man. Okay, and so like I said, both of these presidents get up on stage and pretty much spew a bunch of written rhetoric that they have been given, and the means to divide the people. Okay, because if it's not obvious what you're seeing taking place with this whole Biden and Trump thing, is pretty much them stirring up the racial pot to brew up civil war. Okay, because here it is, you have this woman Taraji P Henson. All right, giving warning. It says in the caption, you better show up and show out when it's time to vote. It's about making decisions that will affect us as human beings. Project 2025 is not a game, okay? And that causes us to wonder what exactly is Project 2025, because here it is, she's making this announcement for our people to be quote unquote woken up about the agenda that's being pushed on the books. Because when you look up what Agenda 2025 is, I just did some research on it, and pretty much it's a bunch of Republican moves that they're looking to implement when Trump gets into office, which is pretty much going to how should I say, pretty much rewrite how America has been going for these last few years that Biden has been in office, man. Okay, they're talking about stripping the rights of you women. Okay, and no more abortions. Pretty much certain grants and like Pell Grants and things like that are going to be taken away. All right, all these rights for these alphabet people, they're going to be taken away. All right, in a sense, they're making the country more into a totalitarian government. All right, and so she's pushing the narrative that, look, we need to get in there and vote, because the 3 seats that's up that she's speaking of with these I believe it was the Supreme Court, or the senators or whatnot. All right, the majority are Republicans, so she's saying that you need Democrats to fill those 3 seats, that way they have a voice that's going to speak for Jake in that. But you don't even realize that during this whole process that the Democrats have actually fucked you over worse than Republicans have, man. Okay, but see, that's that's the game of politics, though, man. Okay, so let me finish this out here in this Revelation 13:11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." Right. So you had under Trump's first presidential run, and he got in office. You had all of our people, crying about how Trump was the worst president. So they all came together and voted Biden in. And under Biden gave Jake all these promises on how he was going to make America a better place. He was going to do all these things for Jake, and Jake fell for the trap, hook, line, and sinker, man. And as soon as he got in office, he began to destroy America. All right, and this is why he's known, all right, in the polls as arguably the worst president that has ever taken office, man. But he utilized the energy that you Jakes, gave to pretty much push forward all these destructive agendas, which is bringing Babylon to the brink of destruction. Okay, and now what we're seeing, okay, is like I said at that bullshit ass debate, both of these Trump and Biden, these candidates are coming with their rhetorics on how to pretty much prevent World War III. All right, hey, they're you got Trump talking about how he's against the microchip. All right, he's against well, he didn't actually say microchip. He said the CBDC, but we know that's the microchip. Okay, he spake against the small hats. He said a lot of things that sound good to the average people when it seems like he's in their favor. But whoever's gonna win this election, if there even is one, like I said, they're all gonna do the bidding of the elites, which is to pretty much bring this country into total, totalitarian rule, to where you people will be stripped of all of your rights, man. All right, and nothing will, belong to you anymore, man. Okay, not even your so-called rights, man. All right. And that's what 2025, that project 2025, and really Agenda 30 is going into. Okay, to take away everything, that the common people have, and that's slowly being done because, as she said, man, they now legally made it illegal. Okay, for you to be homeless and sleep, outside. Okay, they made it to where pretty much like I said, you have no rights, man. All right, these immigrants that Biden has let come into the country, they're getting all these different all this different money. Okay, if they squat in your house and you call the police will pretty much arrest you. All right, in certain parts of America, the police have been defunded. They're told not to interfere with certain crimes as long as it's not a felony. So you're seeing that these both of these presidents, they really aren't for your benefit. They just tell you things that sound good. So that's why I said that he spake as a dragon, because hey, they're about to come with draconian measures real soon, which is why all these different laws are being put on the books, man. So Salakia for the long drawn out breakdown, but I just wanted to get all that out. Okay, so let's go here. This is Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." Okay, and that's exactly what all these different legislations that they're passing, these are unrighteous decrees, because it's all in the favor of the elites having total control over the population. Okay, the whole reason why the world is going digital, because Esau Edom wants to know exactly where everything is going. They want to be able to track everything, man. They want to have total control over all things, and that that CBD system is going to be the gateway that's going to lead to that implementation of that microchip, man. All right, and so this is why you're seeing Neuralink, being pushed so hard. This is why you're seeing, the cryptocurrency, the the bitcoins, and then now you're hearing all these different countries dropping physical money, and now going to digital money, because it's all roads lead to the chip, man. At the end of the day, which are on the books. All right. So it says, "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." Because, hey, when this mark of the beast is mandated, it's literally going to leave you with the option to either bow down to the system and sin against your power, or you're going to be cut off from society, and you're going to have to fully walk out on faith in that day, man. And that's what we are preparing to have to do. Okay, because once Esau mandates this charagma, we have no choice but to separate ourselves from this system, all right, and following, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua fully, man. All right, and so this is what really should be said to our people, but yet you got these idiots still talking about vote, go vote, Voting is this is the most important time to go vote. But this is the same thing that's being said every 4 years. And what has literally changed when Jake goes and votes? Not a damn thing, man. Okay? Because that's a mask. All right? That really doesn't do anything but, cause Jake to rely in false means, man. All right? So this is why you should be fearing the Lord. All right? Salakia. Little ass keyboard, man. Y'all bear with me. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, save the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover what they covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And that's what, 2/3 of our people are doing, man. All right? They're going, to Egypt for help. Okay? They're looking for a covering that's not of the Lord. Because you still got in 2024, Jake relying in this presidential race in the means of finding a savior. Okay, Biden didn't work out for you like you planned, so now you're back on the Trump bandwagon. You got blacks for Trump, Mexicans for Trump, women for Trump. When he was in office, these were the same ones that were screaming to get him out of office, man. That's saying that he was racist, that he was sexist, all right, that he was the worst human being alive during that period, man. Okay? But it shows you how, you continuing to add a covering that is not your true covering. Look how it's confounding you, man. Okay? And that's going to ultimately lead to your destruction, because we've been telling you for years, starting with our apostles and elders, okay, through their teachers. Look, we need the Lord. To hell with Babylon and all the things that, are these, false, hopes of making things right. There is no making things right here in Babylon, man. Okay? Because if it was one, the Lord would allow it to happen already, man. But this place was never set up to make it right for Jake, man. Okay? This is the place of our captivity. All right? Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, save the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover what they covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Because when you got a lot of these people that have looked into, the different policies that these presidents are trying to push, specifically the Republicans, what they're planning on doing, because the Republicans, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're more, I want to say is the conservative, if I have that term correctly, while you have the Democrats who are deemed as the liberals. Let me make sure. Yeah, conservative. All right. So let me get this definition. Please pull it up. All right. So it says, which is more conservative, Democrat or Republican? Among Republicans, a lot. The 2022 Chicago Council survey showed that the large majority of GOP supporters are fairly homogeneous in their identification as conservative, 77% versus 23% moderate or liberal in 2022, much as they have been over the past 4 years, right? So the Republicans are more conservative, which means they're more, all right, old fashioned, okay? They're more, towards the means of quote unquote morality, but we know there's no morality in any of these politicians, okay? But they're more on the sense of things making sense, which is why they're not really for the pushing of the alphabet agenda, all right, the abortion agenda, and things such as, okay, because they understand the destruction that has, to done to the country, man. All right, but like I said, doesn't matter whether it's Republican or Democrat, liberal or conservative. They all play for the same team, which is the globalists, the elites, man. All right. So you Jakes, if you really understood what was going on, you would see that look, the whole political party, the whole political system in itself is bullshit, which is why they call it politics, man. All right. Verse 2, that it says that go down, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, because Egypt, which we know America is modern day Egypt. All right, this place is going to have you trapped up. All right, in the different means that's going to continue to have you separated from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And instead of coming to the Lord, all right, for deliverance, all right, you run down to these devils. Okay, you run down to the government, you know, and ask for help instead of asking for your true power, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right. So, hey, just like how Biden showed that you got what you wanted, and you see what he has done, you're gonna really see that your vote doesn't matter, because whether this 2024 election actually comes to pass, or they have some great event take place to where they cancel the election, you're gonna see that your trust in Babylon is all in vain, because you didn't realize that this place is a sinking ship. And while the opportunity for you to jump off and get on the lifeboats, all right, which the lifeboat is this spiritual ark that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is building through his prophets, yeah, you're going to be left to drown that ship like the Titanic, man. Okay? All because of your refusal to hearken unto the words of the Lord and repent, man. All right? Real quick. Isaiah chapter 36 and 6. It says, Lo, thou trusteth in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that have their trust, all that have trust in them. Right. So this system is known as that broken reed, because America is destined to pretty much bite you Jakes in your ass, man. Because like I said, no matter who is running this country, quote unquote, they're not for your benefit, Jake, and you're going to be pretty much cast aside and used as the blame when all hell breaks loose, man. Okay, because you trusted in a sinking ship, man. All right, and so they did. Whoever is put in this presidential seat, if there is somebody, because there's been talks of them replacing the president with AI, all are going to be used to come down against you Israelites, because like I said, you are the threat to this system, because Esau understands who you are, and he sees that the majority of Jacob starting to wake up, all right, to the truth, okay, that these devils are liars, all right, that they are the true people of the Lord, and that this place America is a big ass facade, man, okay, but you still got zombies out there, all right, that are still under the spell, okay, so they're gonna be tricked into placing their trust in this broken reed, all right, and it's gonna pierce them, okay, because hey, you're not even gonna realize that your rights have been taken. So when these quote unquote immigrants start showing themselves for who they are, which are these UN troops, and things start happening on a mass scale, a lot of T attacks, all right, more and more deaths and killings are going to be taking place, all right, you got the disease dealing with this bird flu epidemic that's been pushed. Now you're hearing talks of more jabs being made, all right, so you're gonna have the possibility of medical martial law taking place. All right, as many ways this thing can go, and you Jakes are gonna find yourselves in a worse off situation than you thought you was during the first pandemic, man. Okay, all because you trust in this devil, man. All right, but you can't trust in the devil because, like I said, he's not for your benefit, man. All right, his whole mo is to figure out how to destroy you, man. Okay, this is Psalm 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? All right. So, hey, the I'm reading this in the NLT. Matter of fact, it says, "Can unjust leaders claim that God is on their side? Leaders who decrees permit injustice?" And that's exactly what these devils are doing. Okay, claiming that they're in the benefit of bringing peace. All right, like it says in First Thessalonians the 5th chapter, though they say peace and safety, sudden destruction cometh afterwards, man. And that's what it's gonna eventually happen here in Babylon the Great, you know. And everything that's being done is justified, just like how you see all these people that died from the juice. All right, that juice was patented years before the demic even happened, man. Okay, so therefore, they had the legislation on the books to where, certain jobs mandated that if you didn't get it, you got clipped. All right, and then look at the irony years later, to where they literally are asking the same people they clip to come back, and they'll even offer them, a back pay for the time that they lost. All right, off of refusing to take that. But that's just one of many things. But these are all set in place to pretty much, you know, uh, bring the squeeze on Israel, man. Okay, because as the more Jakes are waking up, all right, Esau, he's pushing forward with his plans, all right, in a more accelerated pace because he sees that his time is running short, which is why you see, them moving at the pace that they're moving, okay? Because like the apostles have been bringing out, these devils are way behind schedule because they were been supposed to be, chipping the people, but they have not done it because, like I said, man, they're behind, man. All right. So at the end of the day, you Israelites, you're gonna find out the hard way that these devils have been working against you, all right, from the very beginning, and it's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna pretty much click for Jake until this devil truly shows his horns, and you're gonna realize that look, these devils are coming for us, man. All right, and they're trying to eradicate us off the face of the earth, man. All right, this is why we are petitioning for you Israelites out here to stop playing and get right with the Heavenly Father and His Son before it's too late, man. Okay, because these devils and these heathens don't give a damn about you, man. All right. So that voting, that's out the window. Hey, you gotta kill all that, man. Okay. This is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 5. It says, "For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee, or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?" Okay? Because you've been putting your trust in all these politicians for all these years, and what do you truly have to show for it? What have any of these presidents truly done to make your plight here in America better? And the answer is none. No one is truly understanding your plight. You literally a few years back, all right, had to go out on the streets and march and protest just to claim that your life mattered. Which we know that whole movement was set up. BLM, that was all a psyop created by George Soros. But at the end of the day, nobody is truly bemoaning you. Nobody is truly for your plight, Jake. Okay, only Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Verse 6. "Thou hast forsaken me, saith the Lord. Thou art gone backward. Therefore I will stretch out my hand against thee and destroy thee. I am weary with reaping." Right, because you have, forgotten your resting place, all right? You have forsook Yahweh Shem Shai for these different nations and their idols, man. Therefore, in the anger of the Lord's wrath, all right, He is going to bring great calamity on our people, okay? And this is what you're going to see take place, All right, when once this society begins to truly unfold the plans that these devils have done. All right, and like I said, one of the main ways that's going to happen is by these UN troops, revealing themselves and carrying out the mission that they have been given, man. Okay, this is Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 46. It says, For strangers shall reap their fruits, and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children's captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. Okay, and that's what these foreign troops are gonna do. Once they're given the green light to begin their mission that they have been sent over here to do, man. Because like I said, a lot of these so-called immigrants that's over here, which was pointed out, these are, military-aged men with no families. All right, and a lot of these guys are being found out that they're high-level criminals from whatever country they came from. All right, you have a lot of these Chinese troops that were sent over here. Russian troops. You know, the borders have been open, so you have been seeing a lot of these different foreigners, these immigrants, illegal immigrants, quote unquote, given asylum here in Babylon, and that's why the scriptures tell you. Damn, how's that go? Uh, Unwalled villages. Ezekiel 38:11. It says, And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest and dwell safely, all of them dwelling out walls and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. Right. So the land of unwalled villages is here in Babylon the Great. All right. This is why you had Trump a few years ago when he was in office talking about building a wall, okay, because he was using the narrative of America needs a border to protect from outside sources, but the scriptures tell you that look, America was going to be invaded. All right, you was going to have war on the souls of America, man. These things are prophesied, man. You know, so these foreigners that are coming into the country, hey, they're going to be used to carry out agendas such as Agenda 2021, which has now been changed to upgraded to Agenda 2030. All right, to where nothing that you own will belong to you. All right, these all these possessions that the people have, they're all going to belong to the elites. So that's why the narrative, all right, the model of the New World Order is what, that you will own nothing and be happy, and that's what they truly mean, because they're going to seize everything, and that's why it is going to truly come down to the point to where we're going to have to come to the devil for the want of all things, and that's when they're going to implement that microchip, and that's going to truly show those that have bowed the knee, all right, to Esau and the beast, man, that take that mark of the beast, all right. So it's all written in the scriptures, man. Okay, so yeah, you got Taraji P Henson, trying to bring awareness, but look, the warning has been out. It's still going out. All right, the true warning: fuck voting. That's been dead, man. Okay, the true warning is get yourself right with the Heavenly Father. All right, repent. Okay, like it says in Luke 13:3, repent or perish, man. All right, that's the bottom line of what the situation is, man. Okay, this is Second Ezra 16:46 again. It says, For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives, for in captivity and famine shall they get children, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more I will be angry with them for their sins, save the Lord. Right. Because you got Jake trusting in their own means to bring salvation. Because you got some of our people that's witnessing what's taking place, and they see the writing on the wall. So this is why you have, Jake doomsday prepping. Okay, Jake storing up the food. You got water. You got secret compartments in your house that you can, store things in and hide in. All right, Jake, you got certain Jake that got doomsday bunkers. Whatever it is that they're preparing because they're seeing that the end is near. But none of that is going to matter because the Spirit of the Lord, all right, is going to have those things, be taken away by these troops, man. Okay? And this is why we can't have any trust in anything other than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, let's get that real quick, and I'm going to end it. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 118 and 8. It says, "It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man, because these damn devils are going to betray you. They're going to show you that they never cared about you, that they want you dead." All right? This is why you got to just trust in the Lord, man. All right, Egypt can't save you. Just like Egypt couldn't save itself back then, Egypt's not going to be able to save itself this time. And all those, that's are in that same spirit, of Jacob in the wilderness that wanted to go back into Egypt, all right, you're going to be destroyed with Egypt. Okay? So for the elect, this message is to you. This is Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes, all right? Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is the only way, okay? That's the only way to salvation, man. That's the only way that we're going to be delivered and protected and delivered out of all the calamities that the Lord has set to take place, man, okay? So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to end it out by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say Shalom.